I love and respect you. I love Fresh Prince. I love Men in Black. I love your wife too. I don't know how I would respond to that. I'm like, August, if you don't get your ass out of here, I'm gonna throw you out like Jazz. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the kamikaze?
What a do, jive turkeys, and welcome back to the Controversy. I'm your host, Ian Elliott-Carter, and to the left of me, I had the most beautiful girl in the world, Tatiana Wilson.
Hello.
And yeah, you ain't getting no hall pass anytime soon. And this is not an open relationship. The door is closed. But that, no judgment on anyone that does that. There's a lot of people in this world that do that. Mostly a lot of celebrities, as we will talk today. But I talked to some of my friends today, and more than I knew, I have a lot of friends in open relationships and are willing.
Or that have been in one.
Have
Not
been
in one now.
Have been in open relationships and have been giving out hall passes, which was surprising to me, but exactly what I said. If it works for you, it works for you. Everybody's different. So in recent news, well, this is actually not recent.
No,
for
it's
years,
definitely common knowledge for most people.
Oh, for sure. For years, I've been hearing that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are in a open relationship. I've been hearing that before I even heard the name August Alsina, before he even dropped his first album. First time I heard this rumor was when, I think when they were doing promo for the movie Hitch, and people thought that Will was cheating on Jada with Eva Mendes. And then the news came out with, well, actually it's not cheating if they were in a open relationship. Mm-hmm. So that was the first time I heard that. Hitch was a long time ago. So I was just like, okay, they're in an open relationship. That's what they do. And then later on in years, I heard that she, Jada Pinkett Smith, was practicing her right to be in an open relationship by messing with the younger August Alsina, which he is younger than I am. And Jada's older than I am. She looks good for her age, though, by the way.
She does.
But yeah, the story goes on, and he actually, I don't know the full story if they actually messed around or if they were just like really, really tight friends, or, you know, they had some type of bond. And then you're hearing later in life, after they decided to part ways, that August actually caught feelings for her. That's the very dangerous thing about being in an open relationship is, hey, the third party might catch feelings. The third party is the odd person out, and, you know, it's kind of, you know, a little selfish. Well, what should I say to that? I
mean, it could be, I feel like.
You're not really thinking about the third party when you guys are doing what you guys are doing.
Well, they were together for years, so I feel like that's where it gets a little like, okay, yeah, you kind of did. I feel like mess with him a little bit.
Oh yeah, well yeah. First let's see what's going on. I think everybody's up to date with the August Alsina thing. So August Alsina, he's doing press run for his new album, which I've heard 2 songs. It's amazing. If you don't know who August Alsina is, very good R&B artist. He's been gone for a while, but I'm glad he's back. So let's just listen to what he had to say about this situation.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, you know, not involving romanticism. Mm-hmm. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, you know, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it, so much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody.
Right, you did the right thing.
And I really loved a person. I experienced that. I know what that feels like.
So yeah, that sounded pretty deep. He I believe him. He definitely sounded like he was genuinely in love, which is understandable. He claims he was with her for a couple years. See, I don't know. I'm under this perception that when you're in an open relationship, or if you're like having a hall pass, that these things don't last that long. It's just like a spur of the moment thing. Like, hey, I want to mess with that guy, and you do it and you go back to your husband. Same with girls doing that, or the guys doing that with their wives. So this, when he said it was years, I was like, years? Whoa, okay. I was not under that impression. I was thinking it was like a month thing or something.
I mean, yeah, but then at the same time, like, every single relationship's gonna be different, and, like, they've said that they're not, like, doing, like, romantic stuff, that, like, Will and Jada they're just, like, life partners. They're almost like friends that are married.
Yeah.
Like, they're not really, like, doing, I mean, I'm sure if they wanted to have sex, that would be a cool thing, but I don't think that's really, like, their focus. Like, I don't think they care about that shit anymore, far as they're concerned.
Well, they obviously had their sex. We see their receipts with Jaden and Willow, whipping her hair back and forth. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say that maybe the sex thing got boring, because you could spice it up so much times, but then when you're doing every last thing, I guess I can get from that point of view, but I don't know. I just don't see. This is a weird conversation. It's just weird, just because they're celebrities and it's in the limelight. And how do you think their kids feel? How do you feel?
They're so open-minded. I think they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the rest of them. Like, I don't think they care. I really don't think they care.
But do you think, I felt like Jada and Will have been like the poster of like a perfect relationship. Like, when you see happiness, but everything's this is cameras. We don't know what goes on behind doors, but I feel like for years people were like, man, I want that Will and Jada relationship. And so then you get deep into it, like, well, they get to mess around and do whatever they want. And then people are like, well, I don't know if I want all that.
Yeah, and they've been doing that for a very long time now, so it's not it's not anything new. I think people just don't pay attention. But
what are your thoughts on open relationships and on the same subject, hall passes? Do you think, just take your personal bias away, like how you think our relationship would be, but what do you think of generally somebody doing that, and what would happen, the impact in the long run?
I feel like a hall pass, in my opinion, just sounds like a hard no. Like, it just sounds like almost like an excuse for you to just do it again.
Yeah.
And not have me know about it. You know what I mean? Like that's just like a way to get around being with somebody else, even though we didn't really agree about it.
Well, hall pass is an agreement, right?
I know. So you're gonna do that once, and I'm gonna okay it.
So you're saying...
But I feel like that kind of gives you, like, an ability to go back and do it again without really having a discussion about it.
So you're saying that if you
like, I did it once, I could do it again.
You're saying if you gave somebody a hall pass and it was cool with them, they were like, all right, she doesn't care, I'll just continue doing that? Yeah. You think that's...
That would be, like, my, I think, concern is... Okay.
Somebody just walking all over you.
Yeah,
okay, I get you.
Like, okay, cool, we did... That was, like, a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Or that's what I intended it to be.
Okay.
But then it ends up not being a one-time thing, and then I'm not okay with that. But then...
The open relationship's kind of different.
Yeah, because, like, you have boundaries and you have rules and you have communication, and, like, if you're not having any of those things, like, the relationship's not going to work. Like, the relationship's just going to end and everybody's just going to be single at the end of the day. Like, there are certain guidelines and things that everybody within that relationship kind of, I feel like, has to put forward and say, like, okay, I'm going to abide by this. We're going to discuss this. We're going to talk about how we feel about all of these things and make sure we're on the same page and agree and are, like, genuinely okay with whatever we're doing.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously you need to have boundaries and
It feels
rules.
more courteous.
But, yeah, and that's your relationship. But I do, like, in August's situation, it does kind of seem unfair for the third party sometimes, when if it goes further, like, oh, I'm catching feelings, or oh, I miss this person, then you're kind of like, that's the boundaries being stepped over, and which is, it's out of that person's control. You can't help who you love and help who you find attractive.
I mean, I find it weird, kind of, just like, I feel like if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, like, that's because I genuinely want to be in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
And for me, kind of like what you said, like, doing an open relationship to me should be more of just like, okay, I just want to go have a fling with somebody here and there, whatever.
Yeah.
And it not be like a genuine relationship. Because if I want to be in a relationship with somebody else, why am I in a relationship with a different person? Like, that doesn't feel fair to the person I'm already in a relationship with, and it also doesn't feel fair to the other person.
See,
either.
until today, I kind of felt like that's what an open relationship was. I've never been in an open relationship,
I'm saying
that's
I
what
think
I
it's
thought it
different
was.
depending on each
Yeah.
relationship too.
So I'm learning that there's other versions of it. I didn't know that. That was my conception. All these years, I just thought it was just like, hey, I'm gonna go do something and come back. I didn't know that this was like, to me, what this situation with August and Will and Jada, which obviously it's their business, I would have felt that as cheating. I was like, why are you still seeing this guy? This was a fling thing. This was a open relationship thing. This is like a one-time thing. You're with this. This is year 2. You're seeing August Alsina. I would probably have an issue, even if I was as open as Will and Jada is, which I'm not. But no, that's where I would be like, the question marks and the eyebrow raising would come up a little bit. Just because if I'm starting to see this guy more and more than I need to see him, then like, okay, do you have feelings for him? That's how I would feel about it. It seems like, from what he says and a little bit of what Jada said recently, that it was a little bit one-sided, like he was the one feeling it and she was just playing her role. Like, hey, I'm just having fun, but I love my husband and stuff like that.
That's what she said?
No, she's recently said that she's denying it, which I don't believe her. They've both said that she's denying that she was with August Alsina.
At all?
Exactly. At all. There's pictures with them together.
They've taken public pictures.
They've taken public pictures.
Like on carpets and stuff.
And they both, Will and Jada, have admitted that they're in an open relationship. So that's what I'm saying. I don't believe. I think she's just doing this right now because she doesn't want the attention on her. With understanding. Why would you want to talk about this? Like, yes.
It's not anybody else's business.
It's not. But you did say that publicly around people. They've said it publicly. Both of them have. Will, he claims he talked to Will. I don't know how I would have, if you and a guy were messing around with each other, and then you coming to me talking like, hey man, I love and respect you. I love Fresh Prince. I love Men in Black. I love your wife too. I don't know how I would respond to that. I'm like, August, if you don't get your ass out of here, I'm gonna throw you out like Jazz. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I don't know how I would respond if I was Will. Will seems like a very nice and positive guy, but he does seem like that type. If you cross him, you better run. What do you think? I don't know. What if a girl did that? Like me and her were messing around. Like, hey,
it wouldn't even be a thing. I don't. You know that for us, that's not a thing on my side or your side. Like. It's just, I don't even like to share my food.
I feel you. So I'm not
I'm
getting a hall
definitely not
pass.
going to share my man. No.
I know I'm not.
Hard no.
So we're not going to be in an open relationship?
I don't think that you even want one.
I don't. I'm just doing this for
no.
camera. I don't want a hall pass. I don't want to give you a hall pass. I don't want an open relationship. But I'm open to a threesome.
Oh.
What about you?
Hey, Mom.
I think that's the limit. That's where I would go. I'm not saying that's what I'm pursuing. But I'm saying, like, if out of those 3 scenarios, I would go with that one just because it would be, like, someone I would probably never see again and stuff like that. Now, if it's
But you don't want it to be another guy.
Damn not. Damn not. Damn not. It's not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's not my style. I just don't like penis. I don't even like my own penis. Why would I want to see another penis? Like, that's what I'm saying. Out of those 3 scenarios, though, which one would you go with?
I mean, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's no baggage. There's no, like, hey, I'm going to go out and eat with this person later and enjoy.
I just
talk about
can't
my
imagine
feelings.
being, like, in a relationship with somebody that, like, I genuinely care about and then still being like, yeah, I want to go mess around with somebody else. Like, maybe if I was in a relationship with someone I didn't care about, I could see that. Like, well, okay, cool. Like, we're kind of in a relationship, but we're kind of just having fun. It's not serious. Like, we could just joke around and, like, go out and have fun. But, like, obviously they're in a
They were having
marriage,
more than
just...
Like, no, August and Jada were having way more. Just they were getting deep into feelings and personal stuff. See, that's relationship stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying personally. I feel like the only way I would even consider doing like an open relationship type thing is if I was in a relationship with someone that I wasn't taking serious. Like, I didn't have the intentions of marrying them or, actually being with them for the long run. Like,
yeah, I get you.
I couldn't do that.
I get you. All right. Any final thoughts on this? Do you think Will and Jada probably shouldn't have said this publicly?
Well, I mean,
it's their business, but
they
at the
talk
same
about
time,
all types of stuff all the
Yeah.
time. Like, she has that Red Table Talk where they talk about all this
Mm-hmm.
controversial stuff with a whole bunch of different people. Like, why not? They've always been open. They've always done whatever they wanted. They've raised their kids
Yeah, no, for
to
sure.
think and do whatever they want, be whoever they want to be.
There's no
like, why
bad.
not?
There's no bad person in this scenario. Will and Jada, that's their relationship. August seems like
I feel like he just put a lot of information out there. I think he
Yeah.
put more information out there than they probably expected him to put out
Yeah,
there.
but
I
you
mean,
know,
but if they
this-
didn't have an agreement about it, then
They
there's
didn't.
nothing that they can really be upset about.
And I assume these celebrities, when they do that, which there are probably a lot of them that do that, have these, court documents that you need to sign so you don't talk. So maybe he didn't sign one, but he's just I feel he's kind of a victim in this. Not saying that those
think
guys
he's
are
just
evil. He's just
probably hurt.
a guy that caught feelings and got hurt. Sad. But seems like we might get a good R&B album out of it. But yeah, God bless all three of them. I'm a fan of all three of them. But yeah, let us know in the comments. What are your thoughts about an open relationship? What are your thoughts about a hall pass? What are your thoughts about a threesome?
Help keep your brother out the streets. Subscribe to my dad's YouTube channel. Love, peace, and chicken grease.